And we should be live. Hello, how is everyone doing? Hopefully everyone's doing well today. Typical live stream, let's kind of get things started. How is the audio, how is the video? And more importantly, how is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's had a good weekend, nice and refreshed and, you know, ready for a live stream where we're going to be talking about deals. We're going to be talking about tech. We're going to be trying to find you guys the things that you actually want to buy at the very, very best prices. So let me know in the comments, how are we all doing? How is the video? How is the audio? And what are you guys looking for? Have you managed to find any deals over sort of Black Friday, the weekend, Cyber Monday? I mean, it doesn't even feel like Black Friday anymore, does it? It's more like Black November. These deals, admittedly, some retailers have been doing it literally since the 1st of November. So Connor, how are we doing? How's the video? How's the audio? How is everyone doing? Let's put this out on Discord as well so everyone knows what is going on. Let's have a little look. For anyone who hasn't been on our Discord, check out the link in the description. Definitely the place to be for anything and everything tech. Let's do that now. So let's get that out of the way. Let's spam that out to everyone on Discord so everyone knows what's going on. Not doing well, got bad man flu. Oh God, don't. The problem is with man flu and stuff at the moment, yeah, 'tis the season to get man flu. How do you know that it's man flu and not a cold or even, you know, worse, the pandemic and everything that's going on around the world? It's kind of how everything is at the moment. So yeah, how's the live stream today compared to what it was like on Friday? Because we had a few little issues with YouTube. The quality wasn't great. The kind of delay was a little bit iffy, especially compared to the TikTok stream that we were doing. So hopefully everything is a lot better today. So anyone tried this yet, by the way? Lucozade Alert Tropical Burst. This is their new one. I don't even know how well it's going to show up on here, but with the NVIDIA broadcast thing going on, so the background is missing. Jordan, afternoon. How are things doing? Things are doing well. It's Monday. Kind of sick of the week already, but you know, that's the way that it goes. Billy, where's my 3060 Ti? I actually found one the other day. I did find a deal. I swear it was on a 3060 Ti. Let's see if it's still going on. I think it is. Let's bring it over into this screen. So this is the deal at the moment. 3060 Ti. You can actually buy a 3060 Ti. So there is that. Basically what you get is a 3060 Ti V2 Mini. So it's the dual graphics card from Asus. You get the Tough Gaming LC 240 ARGB AIO cooler, so 240mm AIO cooler, and the Tough Gaming 750 watt 80 plus bronze power supply. So not a bad little bundle. I mean, you know, if you're doing an upgrade, maybe you really like your case, maybe you're happy with your motherboard your motherboard and your memory and your CPU, or maybe you've already upgraded that and this was kind of the next step for you. You're gonna get all three of them things, one unit per customer / household, for £588. I mean, with the way that things have been going, especially with 3060 Ti's and stuff like that, that graphics card alone is worth about 588 quid easily. You know, I've been seeing these go for like 650 and even above and beyond that. So think about it, get that. I mean, let's have a little look. How much is the power supply and the AIO on its own? Let's have a little look. So can you buy this power supply on its own? That's the big question. I hate the fact that Edge reverts to Bing. So apparently the power supply on scan is end of life, which could actually just mean that they just don't sell it anymore there. I don't think they've got it on Amazon. I love how it comes up with literally every other unit apart from what I want. Okay, so eTeknix Day. I've actually used them. I used them for a motherboard about 2 weeks ago. It's £102.51. And they're a legitimate company because I have ordered them from them myself. They actually use their distributor to like drop ship stuff out. So £102.51. So if you were going to sell that, even though it's still new and you didn't need it, but you wanted to sort of sell that, you know, as used, you know, like new, you're probably going to get 80 to 85 quid on eBay. Take away some fees. Maybe you're going to make 75 quid on it, right? So 75 quid on that. And then we had the AIO as well, didn't we? Which is the Tough Gaming ARGB. So you're going to get 75 quid for that. The AIO is about the same, but obviously there are competitor brands that are a little bit cheaper. So let's say all in, you're going to get 150 quid back on them two items. So you're going to buy this for 588. My maths is terrible. So 588 minus 150. You're paying 438 quid for the graphics card. So £438 for a 3060 Ti V2 Mini. How much was a 30? I mean, there's a 3060 Ti. Admittedly, it's a Gaming X model, which is a little bit better in terms of the cooler and stuff like that. But you're looking at 709. You've got a GeForce, a Gigabyte RTX 3060 Ti Eagle OC 699. You're going to be getting it for like 400 odd. I mean, that's a pretty damn decent deal, to be fair. Yeah, AIOs are selling, like, you can pick up 240mm, especially on Black Friday for like 70 quid. So you might get 60 quid if you're lucky, but still, you're going to be paying under 500 quid for a 3060 Ti. So I'm going to keep that here for anyone who joins the live stream later on. I can show you this again. But that, to me, is an amazing deal. Free shipping as well. I really don't think you can go wrong. You can pay with PayPal. This is direct from the UK Asus store. So I'm going to put this into there. Do you know what, Dan? You've said about who TF. I'm sure you all know what that means. TF uses Bing. Bing is better for actual image search than normal search. But yeah, I do get you. For normal search, Google all the way. So yeah, that's not a bad price though. I'd be happy with that. If I was looking for a 3060 Ti right now, this is what I'd go for. I don't know what stock is like. It does say maximum one piece per customer / household. But I think you're getting a really, really good deal there. Not a bad card, not the greatest in the world. You've got a little bit of RGB on here, so, you know, for anyone who wants that in their system. 2 large fans, I'm guessing they're probably 92 mil. You're not going to be able to mine on it. It is an LHR card, so you're going to get 25 mega hash. So not great. 2 slot design, so it should fit in most cases. I really don't think you can go wrong. You're going to be getting ray tracing, DLSS, and all that kind of good stuff that you get from the Ampere architecture. And you're going to get some pretty decent performance. We're talking 1080p, we're talking, you know, 1440p in some titles, high to kind of max settings, especially at 1080p, especially with DLSS on and things like that. I think that's an amazing deal. So yeah, link is in the chat for that one. Definitely get it. And if you do actually buy anything that that I show you guys today, if you buy anything, please let me know in the chat, just so I know, you know, kind of what kind of stuff you guys are into, what you're actually looking at buying. And also let me know in the chat if you are looking for anything in particular, and I can try and grab some links and sort of search for, you know, that sort of stuff. So yeah, first thing is, we have got on the eTeknix website, there is now a deals section. So when you go on there, you can go deals at the top, UK and US. We haven't actually started the US side of it yet. We've got 2 things on there. But if you go to deals and then UK, you can see there are pages upon pages of things on here. So definitely go and check them out. All you got to do is click on it. It'll tell you what it is, a little bit about it, what price it was, what price it is now, and click on that and it will take you through. Admittedly, that one is completely the wrong link, so I'm going to blame Peter for that one. But if I go to another one, I know, say we're looking at the Samsung Galaxy Buds, which I think Christmas time, that kind of technology, you know, consumer tech, in-ear earbuds and things like that, down from 219 down to £149. And it's on Prime as well. Click on there, buy it, and away you go. We do get a little bit of a kickback through the Amazon affiliate scheme, but you can do that. And if you can't afford £149, remember on Amazon, they do this a lot. It's not finance or anything like that. You don't get credit checked or anything, but they do offer sometimes monthly payments. So with these, you can get 5 monthly payments of £29.80. I mean, that's not bad, right? And yes, Billy, that was very awkward. So yeah, let me know in the chat if there is anything that you buy, and let me know also in the chat if there's anything you are specifically looking for. One thing I will say is there is a website I use quite often called Price Spy. And if you go onto there, I believe there's a US version as well, but if you go on there and search for something, so we could search for the Samsung Galaxy Buds Pro, tap it in, and it will tell you where you can get it and what the price is and so forth. So it's a little bit cheaper from a couple of other places. Admittedly, I've never heard of them. Onbuy.com, VChain, eBay, if you want to sort of chance it on there. Obviously, if you just want the comfort of knowing that you're getting it, you know, from a reputable retailer, then there is Amazon there. And yeah, you can see all that. But PriceBuy is a really, really good website because it also shows you price history. So you can see how much they were when they launched, what kind of drops they've had. So right now, even though it's, you know, £94 odd, it's not the cheapest it's been. It has been as low as £75 back in sort of, yeah, the summer of this year. So, Mike, how are we doing? Thank you for dropping by the stream. How are we doing today? Hopefully everything is good. Right, one deal that we did find is a couple of people were asking for like more storage. This is probably the best deal right now you're going to get on a 4 terabyte SATA SSD. This is a Samsung 870 QVO. I'm guessing based on the name it uses QLC NAND, so it's not going to be great at hammering it, but for your games and stuff like that, if you want them, you know, stupidly fast loading times that you get from an SSD, this is going to be the one to go for. You get that balance of decent speeds, you know, you're kind of maxing out the theoretical max of SATA, 560 megabytes a second, 530. You're going to get it from a reputable brand, Samsung. And yeah, this is down to 221 quid right now. So I'll post that in as well. Also, if you don't buy any of these things, if you click on our link and then end up buying, I don't know, nappies or something like that for your kids or whatever, we still get a kickback off that. So that really does help us appreciate that. But yeah, I don't think that's a bad deal. What does everyone think? 4 terabyte, 2.5 inch SATA drive from Samsung for £221. I can't see that sticking around at that price for much longer. I have a Samsung QVO for games and movies. Yeah, it's going to be great for like the big stuff. Just I wouldn't be using it for rendering workload stuff and things like that because QLC, it will deteriorate over time, but that's kind of the trade-off you get from buying a drive that is a little bit cheaper compared to something else. So yeah, not a bad deal at all. Right, let's have a little look. Is there anything particular people are looking for? Corsair at the moment with a 5000D. You may remember we did a video, we've also done reviews on it. Amazing case, especially the D airflow. The amount of airflow it has is absolutely amazing. The whole front of it has got kind of this triangular mesh on there and it looks amazing, it performs amazing. It's from a reputable brand, you know, the quality is great as well. It does come in a choice of black or white, but the white one, admittedly, is a little bit more expensive right now at $139.99. I'm pretty sure you could find that a little bit cheaper, closer to the £100 mark from other retailers, but the black one right now is £1 and a penny, £1 and a penny underneath 100 quid. Kyle, any Stream Decks? I swear we saw one the other day. Did we put it up on the website? Let's have a look. Elgato Stream Deck. I think we did. Yeah, now 90 quid. There you go. So Elgato Stream Deck, $89.99. No, it's dropped. Yeah, it was there. It was there. I'll put the link up anyway. It was there, but now it seems like it's gone. Please do a graphics card. I have a 1660, anything better, please. So if you didn't see this, we did post it up and I've completely lost it now. There it is. I'll put the link in the chat again. There we go. So that is the 3060 Ti with a 240mm AIO and a 750 watt 80 plus bronze power supply for 588 quid. Drones Deep, listening while I'm blurring. Thanks for joining the stream. Definitely go and check out Drones Deep. He does lots of drone footage and stuff like that, mainly around the area that I live. So there's some really cool stuff there. Goes to like, you know, the big cities like Canterbury and places like that. And yeah, really, really good quality video. So definitely go and check that out. Delta, hopefully that helps you with the graphics card. I was saying earlier before you came on this stream, if you were to sell the power supply and the AIO, you might get 100 quid for the two. You might get a little bit more, 120, depending on the market and how eBay's looking and things like that. So that graphics card's only potentially going to cost you, you know, 450, somewhere around that maybe. I'm going to get that now. Happy days. Yeah, get it ordered. It's direct from Asus as well, so you know you're going to get it no problem at all. I don't think it says how long the shipping's actually going to take. You'd like to think it's only going to be a couple of days, if anything. But you can track your order. There you go. All orders should be delivered in the expected delivery window as specified on the delivery option when selecting during the checkout process. So, I mean, if we go on there and go add to cart, does it allow us to... Where's the cart? You have no items in your cart. Add to cart. Adding. Okay, maybe I'm having problems. The requested quantity is not available. Don't tell me they've gone out of stock already. But 2 to 3 business days. Let me know if you get on with that one. We will try and find some more. It is tricky at the moment, though. So yeah, Corsair 5000D. You do get some included fans. You get one in the rear and one in the front as well. You can fit so much in this case. For a mid-tower case, you can fit tons of fans in there. It's got like the side panel that kind of sits next to the motherboard. Really, really great thing there. Fantech Glacier's on sale at Overclockers. It's on their Twitter. Let's have a little look at Overclockers, because there's a couple of other items that I showed the other day on our Friday live stream that were pretty damn decent. So Black Friday, let's have a little look. So yeah, if you're after a mouse mat, these are really, really good, which is the MegaMat 3XL. It's huge. I mean, I think it's just under 1200. So 1180 by 600, it should fit on most desks. Most people these days, you know, they don't even bother with desks. They just go at like we've got the IKEA worktop, stick it on some Alex drawers. This is going to cover that nicely. Keyboard on top, mouse on top. Really, really good quality and stuff as well. And for that price, you can't really go wrong. £13.49. Obviously, you have got delivery on top of that. So I would look into potentially seeing what else they've got that potentially you want to buy. Because otherwise you're going to be paying kind of close to what it should be with the delivery costs on top. They've got a couple of systems on there, so if you are after a graphics card and you don't mind buying a whole system, that potentially could be the way to go. They've got the new Alder Lake processors on there, 12900K for $578.99. Was $699. It's on pre-order, but you know you're still going to lock that price in. Admittedly, I don't think it should have ever been 700 quid in the first place, so it's more reasonable now. So not an amazing deal. We did look at, I think it was this one, the other day, the monitor. Was it the 850 or the 650? So I've got the 650 here, which is even cheaper than that. Let me see if I can find the monitor that I looked at the other day. 750, 850, 800, 950. It's sorted by price. And we'll be able to find that. 600. This one. This, if you're after a monitor, is a stonking deal. So you're talking 1080p, it's IPS, it's 144 Hertz, 1 millisecond response time, it's FreeSync. It will also do G-Sync as well, from what I've managed to research. It's just one of them weird ones, adaptive sync, not technically G-Sync, but $179.99. I don't think you're going to find a better 1080p monitor for that price. I think that's an amazing deal, and that should be snapped up if you are even on the fence or looking for, you know, someone to buy you it for Christmas. It's HDR10 as well. IPS with sRGB 99%. It really is like true color. It really is amazing. And that 144 Hertz refresh rate as well. The one thing I don't like about it is the stand's got like red plastic on it. Not a massive fan of that. I kind of feel like it cheapens it a little bit. But the bezels on it are really, really slim all the way along the top and down the sides. It's only the bottom with the LG logo. But other than that, it's quite minimalistic. And yeah, I don't think you're going to find a better monitor for the price. It's got HDMI, it's got DisplayPort. Away you go. So yeah, great deal on that. There is another great deal that I wanted to show you guys, which is, and I showed this the other day as well, this. Noble chairs. This is the Epic gaming chair, limited edition, copper or black copper. I'll post a link in for this one. That, for the price, is amazing. $284.99. You are getting one of probably, you know, highly regarded chairs in the market. It's a little bit stiffer compared to other gaming chairs that I've sat in, but I do kind of feel like that will give over time a little bit. But it just looks amazing with the copper stitching and stuff like that. So definitely have a look at that. I know Connor's been eyeing one up for a little while, so there is that. What else have we got? So someone managed to get the GPU deal then a little bit cheaper on Microless. Never heard of them, but yeah. Thanks for the program. Jerry, thank you very much for stopping by. Is there any deals that you've got over the weekend? Is there anything you're looking for in particular? One thing that we have found is, this is on Amazon, Corsair RM 750 watt power supply. So if you are looking at buying one of these new GPUs, maybe your power supply is not quite up to where it needs to be, but they have got a deal on the 750 watt. It's actually £10 cheaper than their 650 watt and quite a bit cheaper than their 850 watt. But yeah, comes in black or white. Is the white the same price? So the white's 20 quid more expensive. But yeah, for $79.99, you are getting a 750 watt Corsair power supply. It's a 2021 edition, 80 plus gold, fully modular, triple 12 volt connectors, low noise operation, 0 RPM fan. It's basically everything that you'd want from a power supply. So amazing deal on that. So there's the link to that. What else have we found? If anyone's in the market for a motherboard, I need to try and close some of these tabs as I do it as well, because they are getting a little bit away from me. So X570 Aorus Elite, that is currently down from $209.99 down to $161.36. It's not their top spec, it's still an Aorus board, so kind of mid to high range, or mid to high end. You're going to get a lot of features there. X570, so obviously you've got PCI Express Gen 4. You have got your shielded X16 connector on there, plenty of M.2s. I mean, you've got two M.2s on there, which is going to be more than enough for most people. Going to accept the latest Ryzen 5000 processors. The one thing it's maybe missing that I might have liked is Wi-Fi. But there is that, especially if you want X570. If you don't want X570 and don't want to spend that much, definitely look at B550. Gigabyte Aorus have definitely got some good deals on that, on B550. So there is that. Connor's put the link in for that. Thank you very much. Saw some B550M on sale for like 50 quid. Really? I haven't seen them that cheap. Unless they're kind of, you know, really lower end ones. Let's have a little look. B550. Okay, this is what we're talking about then. $59.99 down from 120 quid. Admittedly, it should have never been at 120 quid, but that is a stonking deal. 60 quid for that. You pair that with, you know, an okay processor. You're talking not very expensive at all. So let me grab the link for that. So anyone interested, I mean, if you've got friends, family, something like that, who are looking at buying a PC, or want you to build them a PC, I'd be looking at something like this. A small little mid-tower that you could pick up for like 20, 30 quid. I mean, one of them I would be looking at. And we had this the other day as well. Co-Link, it's not going to be the greatest case in the world, but for the price, I don't think this is too bad. $31.99 for this case. It's mid-tower. I think something like that's going to be perfect. I mean, it's got support for motherboards up to extended eATX. So if you're only going to put a micro ATX in there, you're going to have tons of rooms for activities, like putting little figurines and stuff like people do these days. You still get, even though it's micro ATX, you get 4 DIMM slots on there. You've got your M.2 shielded at the top, another M.2 towards the bottom, 4 SATA ports. I mean, what more do you need? It hasn't got, you know, the nice things that we'd like a built-in I/O, but I think that's pretty good. Dan, there is deals on eTeknix merch. If you head on over to store.eteknix.com, which I'll put the link in now, there is 20% off right now with, I believe it's code Black Friday 21. So yeah, definitely go and check that out. There's some deals on toolkits like this, the eTeknix PC Maintenance Toolkit. Everything you need to build, repair, and maintain your PC. Extendable screwdriver, it's magnetic. You will not find a better screwdriver out there or better toolkit out there for the money. DDR5 is impossible to find. Many US builders are not even offering systems which need... So DDR5, there is a shortage. I'm being told that it's not going to get any better until at least January, which sucks. Admittedly, it does suck. A lot of retailers, especially in the UK, like Scan Computers, are not selling DDR5 on its own. They're only selling it as part of a bundle. The reason they're doing that is not to be awkward. The reason that they're actually doing it is so that it can stop scalpers, because scalpers are less likely to buy the memory if they then need to get rid of, you know, the processor and the motherboard at the same time. So it kind of helps with that. So yeah, it's tricky at the moment. I'll give you that. Any 12th gen CPU and motherboard, they can be separate. The problem is I can find you a deal on 12th gen. I can find you a deal on a motherboard, but then you're still going to be stuck with DDR5 unless you go for one of the Z690 DDR4 boards. Which, you know, you can find if we have a look on here, see what's on Amazon. I love Amazon. You search for something really specific and it comes up with just the memory. It just completely skips the first part. I know there's the tough. So you've got the... Okay, there's a little bit of money off on that. It's not on Prime. If you want it on Prime, you have to pay more, which kind of alleviates the point of Prime, I guess. But this is the Asus Z690 plus Wi-Fi D4. So there's that. That way you can still use your DDR4 and then maybe at a later date you could upgrade, because DDR5 is still, temporarily out of stock. DDR5 is still not quite where it needs to be yet. If you were to get a fast DDR4 kit and a normal like DDR5, say 4800, 5200 megahertz, you're not actually going to see much disparity between the two. This is where we need to wait for DDR5 to mature, like DDR4 did when it released to, you know, supersede DDR3, and it will mature over time and will get a lot better. So, what else we got? Hello chat. Hello, how are we doing? Processor. So if you are in the market for a processor and you don't want to go with Intel 12th Gen or Lake, you got things like the 5800X. So 5800X, Ryzen 7, 8 cores, 16 threads, up to 4.7 gigahertz max boost. Yeah, $329.99, down from $419.99. So pretty decent deal on that overall. You'll probably find similar deal at many other retailers. Generally with things like this, you'll find that lots of people are, you know, lots of retailers are doing very similar kind of deals. Is it wise to take a Z690 board and put on DDR4? I'm waiting for the DDR5. Speed difference is so much greater. So yeah, the speed difference is great, but obviously the timings are so much greater as well. So when you look at, let's say the sweet spot for DDR4 right now is 3600 CAS latency 16. So that is kind of the sweet spot. You could go CAS latency 14, but you're not going to see much difference in the real world. In performance figures, you can be like, wow, look at it. It looks amazing. But in the real world, in gaming and stuff like that, it's not going to make a blind bit of a difference, really. I could build two identical systems, one with, you know, CAS latency 14 memory, one with 16. The difference between the two, you wouldn't even be able to tell, especially in gaming. So you've got that. Now, if we take that kit and then look at a 5200 megahertz kit, like the Corsair Vengeance or Corsair Dominator, which you pay a little bit more for because of the RGB and the fact that it's Dominator is premium memory, but that's 5200 megahertz, but with a CAS latency of like 38, I think it is. There is a CAS latency 36, but again, you're going to pay more for it. Compare them two side by side. And we did tests of this on our Z690 roundup video. Go check that out on the channel. But what you'll find is in our memory tests, you could see, wow, look at all this bandwidth. We got like 50,000 megabytes a second. And then we got like 86,000. Wow, it's huge. Then we moved over to the gaming tests and the other synthetic benchmarks. Basically the same. So it just hasn't had a chance to mature yet. It's going to take at least 6 months. So what else we got? CCL 5600D is cheap on CCL when you compare with a cheap B550M board. You could. I'm not going to say go buy from CCL just purely because of when the GPU crisis first started happening, they were profiteering. They were selling cards that should have been 800 quid for £3,000. I can't condone sending you to a retailer who does that to its loyal customer base. If you want to buy from CCL, that's absolutely fine. I personally wouldn't, just out of principle, and I can't push people to them if that's the case. So, and yeah, like Jordan's just said, the 5600G has no Gen 4 support, so if you are using it on B550, because B550 doesn't have Gen 4 support, it's taken from the processor, just remember that if you're wondering why am I not getting the speeds I should be getting. So there is that. AIOs, what have we got? Oh, this was a deal I saw the other day. So we were saying AIOs, 240mm, you're looking at sort of, you know, 70 quid. There is the Deepcool Castle 360mm RGB V2 for £77 and 24p. I mean, that is just crazy money. Let's put that on here. Castle 360mm AIO. Ah, there you go. Connor's putting it in for me as well. So yeah, there's two links to click on. But that is just crazy value for money. I mean, if I was looking at a 240mm AIO, I'd be looking at my case and figuring out, could it take a 360? If it could, go for that. It's got, from what I remember, anti-leak technology, 3-year warranty as well. So you've got no sort of, you know, problem there. Not a bad price. You can see it's had a 25% price drop. So yeah, RGB, addressable RGB fans, addressable RGB block. And if I remember rightly, you can actually take the top of the block off and turn the little logo in there. And you do get a few other little logos that you can put in and swap over and stuff like that. So they've got the little Gamer Storm one on there. But we've used the Deepcool Castle stuff before. It looks amazing. The block is a little bit taller than what you'd expect. But yeah, it comes with everything for AMD and Intel. You'd have to check if it comes with LGA 1700 brackets. But it is TR4 compatible for Threadripper as well. Yeah, it's crazy price, right? You kind of feel rude with some of this stuff where there is like a deal that's like, hold up, that's amazing. You kind of feel rude not to buy it. It's like, I don't need it, but I might just buy it because, you know, at that price, kind of I'm doing them a favor, if that makes sense. So yeah, for anyone joining, there are prices of GPUs to be had, 588 quid. I'm not sure if this deal is actually going through, but yeah. Corsair Capellix LCD screen, anything. God, I know there's been issues with stock and stuff like that. Elite Capellix. Yeah, it's the Elite LCD, isn't it? So they are on Amazon at the moment. Are they even in stock? So in stock December the 2nd. So with that, because they released and there was like a small amount you could buy from Amazon and you could buy from Corsair directly, I don't feel like they needed to do any deals now because it hasn't quite had a chance to get out into the market. And that's why there's no deals on them. So when they get back in stock, maybe you'll see something just before Christmas. And maybe we'll do a live stream like last minute kind of stuff. The other option you've got is obviously buying one of the Elite Capellix range and then buying the LCD upgrade kit. But I don't think that's available on Amazon right now. And again, stock is few and far between. So not on the RGB V2, Andy, only on the V1. There you go. Is it recommended to turn off my PC and the stream to install my new RAM? No, Dan, no, it is not. It is recommended to stay here and watch the whole stream in its entirety. For anyone after an SSD, 970 Evo Plus. So this is an M.2 NVMe drive. What kind of speeds are we looking at on this? 3,500 megabytes per second on the read. Guessing it's going to be a little bit lower on the write. Is it even going to tell us? Doesn't actually tell us what the write speed is on this. They normally have it on the packaging, but apparently not. So yeah, 970 Evo Plus, and this is down to £82.48. I mean, 1 terabyte is going to be more than enough for, you know, Call of Duty and no other games, but not a bad price at all. Down from, I love this, down from $239.99. This drive was never $239.99. I mean, what are they smoking? That's the problem. It's like you save 66%, and anyone who doesn't know, and you know, I don't know, their son's saying, "Oh yeah, I really need like an SSD for Christmas." They're going to look at this and go, "Well, that's the one to buy." It was 240 quid. Look at the price of it now. Obviously, us in the inner circle watching this live stream, we know better than that. We know that it was never this price, and that's why if you use little apps like this, you can actually see the price of things and how much it's dropped and stuff like that. And again, Price Spy is amazing for things like that as well. So I think this is actually built into Edge, and that's why Edge is better than Chrome right now. With my 11900K, I'm running a Thermaltake 360 with push-pull fans. Very happy with the cooler. What one have you got? Tough Liquid or one of the other ones, RGB Sync or whatever they call it? But yeah, that's not a bad price for an SSD. I don't think you're going to find better than that. Reputable brand. It's not going to be the fastest thing in the world. It is Gen 3. It's not Gen 4, but, you know, it's decent. So, what else we got? Another monitor. So, very similar to the LG one. This is actually £10 cheaper than the LG one. Is it curved or not? I don't think it's curved, no. So, 27-inch. I've used MSI monitors. I've got one at home that I use as a secondary screen. They're amazing. You know, MSI aren't they haven't been around on the market when it comes to monitors for ages and ages, but everything they've brought out so far has been really, really solid. So it's 27-inch, 144 Hertz, 1 millisecond response time. It's got adaptive sync, so you got FreeSync, you got G-Sync. It's got gaming features on it as well. I think you can actually do all the like crosshairs and things like that on these ones. DisplayPort, HDMI. What's the color gamut on it? What was it, like 99% sRGB or something like that? I was just trying to kind of keep it comparable to the LG one that I posted up earlier. I mean, it's an IPS panel, so you're always going to get that crystal clear quality. Night vision, which is pretty cool for gaming. Fit your gaming style. Yeah, so it has the game mode, so you can change for what types of games you're playing. Frameless design. Very, very similar to the LG. I wouldn't say the LG is any better or worse. I'd say they're very, very comparable. But £169.99 for that. £169 for that. Ends in 9 hours. So if you're on the fence about that, definitely consider it. The beauty of Amazon is you could buy it and then you can always just return it if you don't like it. Amazon are really, really good. And this is, according to Edge, the lowest price it's been. It's normally about 220 quid. So again, it seems like a really good time to get monitors at the moment. So there you go. Welshie, you can do the crosshairs on there. Yeah, so it is, let's call it a gaming monitor. I hate when they say, oh, it's a gaming monitor. Oh, cool. What gaming features has it got? You can play games on it. That's not a gaming monitor. It needs to have features. It needs to have, ways of doing shadows and increasing the darks and stuff like that while in game, crosshairs and things like that. These are the important things. So what else we got? 980 Pro has a good deal on it too. Let's have a little look at that. Samsung 980 Pro. So 1 terabyte, 124.95. That's not bad. It's not bad. Obviously Gen 4, so of course it's going to be a little bit more expensive. If I was building a PC, I'd probably say the 970 is going to be the better buy, because in real world usage, especially if you're gaming, are you really going to see the difference between Gen 3 and Gen 4? Probably not. Have you even got a motherboard that can do it, or do you want to buy it now and then upgrade your motherboard at a later date? These are kind of all the questions you've got to ask. And if you have got any real kind of nitty gritty tech questions, head on over to our Discord. It's a really, really good server to be on. And we'll be, myself and other people will be more than happy to give you some guidance. And again, with Amazon, you can do 5 monthly payments, $24.99 on this. So you haven't got to spend all your money at once. Even when I bought my iPhone, I ended up buying that on, I think it was like 5 months at however much, 100 quid or 200 quid or whatever it was. Ended up doing that. I was like, might as well keep the money in my account. They don't credit check you. It's not that you're getting credit or anything like that. That's just the way it works. So yeah, this is the lowest price on this at the moment as well. So yeah, it's not bad deals at the moment. I'd like to think there's a bit of kind of everything. And there's a link to our Discord in the chat as well. So we looked at the monitor. Webcams. What do we think about this? Good deal? Again, RRP $219.99. It should have never been that price. Should have never ever been that price. I'd say 140, 150 quid. It is a 4K webcam. It's the Brio. It clips onto the top of your monitor. It's Logitech, so it's going to be solid. I use Logitech webcams for like ages. I'm sure Connor will put the link to that in the chat in a second. But yeah, it's going to be perfect, especially with everything that's going on in the world. If you're working from home, get your boss to buy one of these. Again, it's the lowest price it's been at £111.86, or you can do 5 monthly payments of £22.38. Jens, how are we doing? Thank you for joining. I'm going to put this into the chat now. So it's the Logitech Brio Stream. What's your opinion on the Alienware monitor 240 Hertz? I haven't used any Alienware monitors. I mean, Alienware are owned by Dell. Dell monitors are renowned as being very, very good, like their work ones. Never really used any of their gaming ones, but I have used their work ones. And the color representation's good and things like that. So you'd like to think if that's instilled into the Alienware ones, it should be good. I can't see why it wouldn't be. Again, I mean, if they've got them on Amazon or any retailer, you have to remember this. If you're in the UK, any retailer that you look at, what you want to be doing is remembering the rights that you have as a consumer under distance selling regulations. When you buy something off the internet without physically seeing it, you get 14 days under distance selling regulations. These are part of your Consumer Rights Act. You can return it, no problem. They could potentially push for a restocking fee or say that it has to arrive in the same manner that it was sent out, so brand new, still sealed and all that kind of stuff. Amazon are very, very good for returns. So, if you get buyer remorse or anything like that, then there is that. What else do we have? So let's crack on with a mouse mat. Everyone loves a bit of RGB, right? Razer Goliathus, which I think is the worst name ever. Extended Chroma, soft gaming mouse mat. So it's actually got RGB around the edge, plugs in, you get a little cable and everything. So plugs in just up there and lights it all up and can be connected to the Razer Chroma software. So you can sync it all in with maybe your keyboard, your mouse, case, components, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, $29.99 down from $59.99. Again, I wouldn't have paid 60 quid for it, maybe like 40. So you're still getting an okay deal there. Ends in 9 hours as well. Sticking with keyboards and peripherals and things like that, have there been any good deals on motherboards yet? There's a few. B550 Micro ATX, there's some good deals on at the moment, sort of, good prices. Really depends. I mean, so many people I kind of feel with motherboards, they kind of go a little bit overkill for what they actually truly need and more go about what they actually think that they want and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a tricky one. But yeah, K70 RGB TKL. I'm pretty sure that's the one that we did the pre-roll for, where I danced like I was in a Fortnite match. But yeah, that's down right now. You can add that to basket. Yeah, $92.99. That's not bad. All you can do, again, the 5 monthly payments, 20 quid a month. amazing keyboard. Corsair really do make some nice keyboards. Welshie, thank you very much for the super chat, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Helps us keep the lights on. And hopefully you guys have noticed, I know I'm quite small on the screen, but we have a new light. Ended up buying a light from, who's it, Aperture. So anyone who's into studio work and stuff like that, this is what we bought. It's called the Aperture Amaran 200D. Helps if I could spell Amaran 200D. I mean, I'm on the border of being blinded by it right now, but it keeps everything behind me when I haven't got NVIDIA broadcast on, nicely lit up, and yeah, makes my face look nice. So, vouch for that keyboard. Yeah, it's great. I like Corsair keyboards. They have, let's say, the winning sauce. The only issue that I have with them is that they are bigger than they need to be. I don't know how well you'll see this, but I'm using just for this live stream, the Asus Tough Gaming K7. And the thing I like about this is the keys end here and the keyboard ends pretty much next to it. Whereas with a lot of Corsair keyboards, they have a lot of unnecessary board away from the keys. So it's just, the keyboard's this big, but the actual keys are only kind of to here. I like it a bit more minimalistic, less edging. Are you a fan of the D? Only yours, Dan, only yours. What's the best keyboard on the market? Okay, so there is deals on that at the moment. Mountain. I use one at work, I use one at home, I use one in my office next door. They are the best, and they have choices as well. So you can buy 3 different choices that you have. So you've got the Everest Core Barebone. So basically you end up with the keyboard. That is it. You don't get the switches, you don't get the keycaps. We gave it the Editor's Choice Award. We called it the world's most amazing keyboard. You literally get the keyboard with all the technology and everything in it. You can then put your own switches in it. So you might have your favorite switches. You might like Cherry MX Red. You might like Tangerine Oranges. You might like a completely different brand out there. I'm not that clued up on switches. It's amazing. You can basically build it out to be the keyboard for you, right? It feels solid. It's just great. If you want to spend a little bit more, and that one, the Core Barebone, right now is $129.99. They ship worldwide, as far as I know. It will do it in your own currency, euros, dollars, whatever. It is that damn good. And we're not the only ones who said that. Random Frank P puts all other keyboards to shame. Really ambitious, makes the best claim, blah, blah, blah. It's for a company who've never made a keyboard before. It's amazing. Beyond that, you can then get the Everest Core, which I did have somewhere. It's laying around somewhere. I don't know where it is. If you like your kind of 10 keyless keyboards and things like that, this is the one to go for. And again, they've got a deal on it up to 25% off, 120 quid. So it's actually cheaper, I think, to buy the Everest Core and then take off all the keycaps and the switches and put your own ones on, if you really wanted to. Absolutely crazy. It comes in midnight black and comes in gunmetal grey as well. But you get that. Per key lighting, double shot keycaps as well. You can get it in different layouts, German ISO, UK, Nordic, Spanish, Portuguese. Then if you want to go one step further, you can buy the Everest Max, which is basically the Everest Core, like you just saw, but then you get the number pad bit, which docks into the side, and you can dock it in the right side or the left side. If you're a serial killer, you can do that. And it's also got a media dock, which you can basically put on the top. Again, top left or top right. If you didn't want to buy that as it is, which is $249.99, you can buy the Everest Core, and then you could just buy the number pad and that separately. Where's it come under? You can buy them separately. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I have to go to the shop and then look. Keyboards. Does it come under that? No. Accessories. Keyboard. Is it under here? Yeah, so you can buy the number pad. That's like $69.99 for that. And it's actually got 4 individual buttons that you can change to whatever you want. So you can have it do whatever. You could have it open up Pornhub if you really wanted to. You could have it close Pornhub if you really wanted to. You could have it volume up and down. You could have it as anything. And their software is amazing. Anyone who's ever used any keyboard manufacturer software, Razer, terrible. I hate the fact that with Razer, I have to log in to their cloud software to be able to control the thing that is 1 foot in front of me. It just really grates me. I'm like, all I want to do is I'm here, keyboard's here, I want to change the color. Yet I have to tell a server in probably Singapore where Razer are based. I have to tell a server there for it to, no, I don't want to do that. Corsair software, I love it. It's just a little bit too complex for its own good. Mountain software, it's called Basecamp. It's just so simple. Like literally everything is simple, and sometimes simplicity is the best. The Media Dot $59.99. So you might not want both. You might just want to buy one, so it might work out better to do it like that. So what else have we got? That is literally the best keyboard you can buy right now. And yeah, you get a choice of MX Reds, Brown, Blue, Speed Silver, which there is a small surcharge for, and Silent Red, which again there is a small surcharge for, £10 surcharge. They're currently out of stock in them too. I use the Reds at home and the Speed Silver at work. Red, I just prefer them. Silver, is great for typing fast and writing out scripts and stuff like that. Right, what else have we got? Sticking with peripherals, a mouse. If anyone's after a mouse, this is a pretty damn good deal at the moment. $44.99 for the Corsair Scimitar Elite RGB Optical MOBA MMO gaming mouse. 18,000 DPI, 17 programmable buttons, 4-zone RGB. I mean, kind of got everything. So yeah, the funny thing is, I love my mountain keyboard, but when it comes to mice, I love Corsair mice. I use the Glaive Pro, I think it is, at home, and then the Iron Claw in my living room, and I think I've got an Iron Claw in the office as well. They're solid, they do the job. Yeah, happy days. So it's $44.99 today. It has been this price before, back in September of last year, but then it did go up to $74.99. But you can sort of see the trend and the way that things are going. It is at a good price right now, so definitely check that out. It is. I love the way that Amazon list things. The way that Amazon list like the titles of products. I mean, if I was in charge of that, it'd be Corsair Scimitar Elite RGB Optical Mouse or Gaming Mouse. But all the crud after it's just like, wow, what the hell? What else have we got? Microphone. Here's one I made earlier. Elgato Wavefree. Absolutely amazing microphone. I used this on my TikTok live stream the other day. It's amazing. It's a USB condenser microphone. It is Type-C, so it plugs in Type-C here, Type-A into the computer. It's amazing for streaming, podcasting, conference calls, everything. You can mute it just by tapping it. You can change the microphone volume, the headphone volume, because it has got a pass-through. And yeah, you can basically go through like that. You can take it off this stand. Basically by doing this. So if you've got like a boom arm, you don't have to buy Elgato's one. It's a industry standard threaded size. You can then put that onto a boom arm so it's kind of sitting in front of you and obstructing your view like some people do. Absolutely amazing microphone. I mean, probably one of the best ones I've used. This along with the NZXT capsule. The only microphone I would say is like better than these are your kind of prosumer and upwards ones, like proper full-on boom microphones, like I'm using now with the MKH416 from Sennheiser, which, I mean, I'll show you how much that is. Sennheiser MKH416. Don't even know if they sell it on Amazon. It should be that one. There you go. You can get one for the low price, and it is the lowest it's been of £899. Horses for courses. Not everyone's going to need that. We obviously pride ourselves on making really good quality YouTube videos, so hence why we use a very, very good microphone. But if you're a streamer or something like that, this is great. And the stand is like really solid. It's not going to fall over. It's made out of metal. It's got a built-in pop filter, and you can buy accessories like another pop filter that goes over it. You can buy the little bungee thing that it sits in if you've got a boom arm that comes down from the bottom. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Jordan Flex. No, just, lots of people were on our live stream on Friday and they heard the quality of this, then went over to TikTok and heard the quality of that. I'd say they were very, very good. This captures a lot more detail, makes you sound like a radio DJ. But yeah, again, budgets, the more you spend, the better it is generally. That's how things work, right? So yeah, not bad at all. If you don't want a microphone and you just want to use a headset, the HS60 Pro is pretty cheap right now, £45.90. Again, a lot of these deals are ending in 9 hours, so you guys have got to be quick if you want any of this stuff. I know you are, Jordan. It's all good. But yeah, down from $64.99. Really, really comfortable on the headband on these. I really like some of the HS series from Corsair. We were showing off the HS80 RGB wireless the other day. Really sort of comfy, doesn't clamp down on your head too much. And again, with things like this, headsets are so subjective as to what you like, the quality of the sound that you like and stuff like that. Buy it, test it for a day or two or a week. If you don't like it, send it back. You know, that's what I would personally do, because you really do need to kind of get a feel for it. That's probably the best way. So what else have we got? Another microphone. We've got the Razer Siren X, $43.99, down from $99.99, but I feel that was kind of maybe a little bit too expensive to start with. I don't know what the quality is like on these. Is it 96 kilohertz on this? I mean, if they don't list that, then it probably isn't. It's probably 48, which I kind of feel at 100 quid, you probably could have got better, like the Elgato, but at half the price now, this is, yeah, amazing. HS80 is my go-to at the moment. Yeah, I really like them. I use the Virtuosos at home, not with the microphone, because I have an Elgato Wavefree. I actually use one at home and in the office, and then I've got another one just sitting here for prop work and stuff. But yeah, some people like a headset with a microphone, some like headphones, and then having an actual microphone. So again, really, really good. What price drop app is that you use? It's built into Edge. Yeah, literally, it's not an extension. It's just part of Edge. But Price Spy is a really, really good website as well. So I showed this off earlier. So pricespy.co.uk. I grabbed the link for that. Put that in. Really, really good for like searching for stuff. So, if we look up the Elgato Wavefree, we can go on there and we can see who has it at what price. So right now, Amazon are the best. There it is, £99.98. I'll put that into the chat again. And if we go back, we can actually see the history of it as well. So this is probably when it launched back in July of 2020. God, was it that long ago? For $159.95. I do remember, yeah, it being about that price. But you can see some of the drops it's had. So this was kind of Black Friday last year. It went down to 130. Black Friday last year was pretty terrible. Dropped a little bit more, 114. The lowest was 103. Now the lowest is $99.98. And you see all the different retailers, the prices they've got it for, the price change. It's a really, really good app. Really, really good website. They do an app as well, which is really cool. Any good cases? Literally, best case you're going to find right now is the, I think this one for the money. It depends on how much you want to spend. But Corsair 5000D Airflow. I think that's an amazing price for that. And it looks really, really nice in the black. There's like a few subtle bits of yellow, which I kind of feel works. Vertical GPU mount, comes with 2 fans. You can fit 3, 6, 9, 10 fans in it. 3 at the front, 3 at the side next to the motherboard tray, 3 at the top and 1 at the back. It's a very, very big case inside while taking up quite a small kind of footprint. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking at. Another favorite case of mine, I don't know if there's any deals on right now. It's a lot more expensive, but it's a lot bigger case. £247.46 for the Fractal Torrent. Let me put that into the chat as well. I mean, it's an amazing case. It really, really is. Temporarily out of stock at the moment, but you could order it and just get it when you get it. That's not a bad price for a headset. $26.29. I haven't used any Razer stuff in a little while. I'll let Connor put the link to that one in there. But that's not a bad price. £26.29 for a headset from an established brand. This isn't any cheapy kind of company or anything like that. But yeah, it's not going to sound amazing through the microphone or anything like that. But it's going to be good enough. I got a Razer Tomahawk ITX case. Is that the one that they did in conjunction with Antec? Is it that one? I feel like it was that one. That's the A1, which is the micro ATX. Yeah, mini ITX is $89.99. That's not a bad price. So Razer Tomahawk mini ITX. The Kraken X is great for the price. I reviewed that. There you go. So we have a reviewer in the chat. Jordan basically does what I do. Definitely go check out his channel. Give him some love. Hit that subscribe button for him and like it and all that. Yeah, great. based on a TU-150. Okay, from Lian Li. So, yeah, I can see that now. It actually does look like it. Looks like a pretty solid case. Got some RGB on there. As we know, RGB makes everything better. What else do we have? We already did that, didn't we? Oh, no, this is the full K70. So you had the TKL, now there's the full Corsair K70 RGB Mark II. So you get your number pad and everything like that. And there you get the little media scroll for your volume, a few little buttons up there. $99.99, that's a pretty damn good deal. So it's just Razer. You're thinking of the Lian Li Razer edition. Okay. I know they've done some collaborations. I can't remember what the one was. They did one with Antec. I can't actually remember what it is now, but yeah, there's that. But yeah, Corsair K70 RGB Mark II mechanical gaming keyboard with Cherry MX red switches. If you want the browns, they're a lot more expensive. The blues are the same price. I love Cherry MX blue, but I live in a new build house. I say that it's five and a half years old now, but in a new build house where everything's made out of plasterboard, you cannot sit there in a house with a Cherry MX blue while everyone's trying to sleep. You're gaming and all you can hear is... That is just awful, but they feel amazing. I can't stand RGB. The only reason I got it is for when I resell my parts in the future. The beauty of RGB is you can turn it off, or you can have it as R or G or B or some derivative within the 16.8 million colours of the rainbow. So the problem is, and I hear this all the time, I'm not saying this is you who's commented, but a lot of people go, oh, I don't want RGB, I don't want unicorns and rainbows. Then turn it off or have it a solid colour. I really like white, but not many companies can get white just right. Antec Cube, that was the one. Is a 590 GPU any good? It is, runs a little bit warm, but you know, you'd expect it to. It's made by AMD and is older technology now. If you're gaming at like 1440p, it's still going to hold up pretty well. As new titles come out, obviously you're going to start noticing that you're going to have to drop down the quality settings and things like that. But yeah, overall, it's pretty damn decent. What else have we got? Logitech wired gaming RGB headset, the G635. I used to use the G930s and they were really, really good. I don't know what these ones are like. I'm guessing very, very similar. The model number is less, so it's probably not as good. I'm not going to give any opinion on this. Again, with headsets, everyone's ears are different. I really like my Corsair Virtuosos. I also like Creative Sexfies because you actually build a profile based on the shape of your ears, and it makes it sound like the sound is actually coming out the room and not out of the headset, which is amazing. It's amazing. It's got like this spatial technology. But with headsets, and especially Amazon, their return policy, go and buy them. Try it out for a couple of days. See what you think. The worst thing for me with headsets are the ones that really clamp down on you. Sometimes you can sort of bend them out a little bit so they sit more, but the ones that really clamp on you, I cannot stand. But you need a couple of hours of a gaming session or something to really kind of realise what it's doing. So, any external SSDs going? So the ones I'd be looking at, because they're the ones that we use. Why have I typed Toshiba? Samsung. So you've got the Samsung T5s. We use them. What's the better value one? You've got probably the 1 terabyte. So you've got this one. It's Type C. You can see we used it. I purchased it. I purchased a few of them. So that's the Samsung T1 1 terabyte. I'd be looking at them. They do come in different colours. I don't know if they're all the same or if that even matters to you. Okay, that's the 2 terabyte. That's expensive. And then the 500 gig, the 1 terabyte, you know, 2 500s or 1 terabyte. I'd go for that. Or there is the Lacy Rugged, which is pretty decent. That's a hard drive. Where's the SSD one? Where's the SSD? Are they SSDs or are they hard? I can't. No, it's that one, isn't it? So you got a 2 terabyte one. Okay, they're quite expensive right now, but they are rugged, so you're going to pay a little bit extra for that. I'd say the Samsung's probably going to be your best bet. Or has Seagate got any? Seagate have got, that's a hard drive, external SSD, stupid autofill. I'm guessing 1 terabyte is going to be kind of the way that you want to go. Do you play New World? No, I've been frightened ever since it started making graphics cards go boom. 500 gigs, 74 quid. I think the T5 is going to be the better one to go for. Crucial have a 2 terabyte for 118. The other option you've got, I'll put this in, Crucial X6 2 terabyte. The other option you've got is to buy a caddy of some kind. So external SSD enclosure. You should be able to get like so you could get one like this. So you can either get, if you're trying to do it sort of on the cheaper side of things, this one's Type C, so you're not going to be restricted because it's USB 3.1 Gen 2. But you could buy this, and then you could buy something like, come on now. I hate Amazon sometimes. Me and my fat fingers. Samsung QVO. You could buy one of the QVO drives, so you've got like 149 quid for a 2 terabyte, and then literally stick it in the enclosure and away you go. But to be fair, for that you're looking 149 quid plus 14.99, so you're talking like 165. Or you could just get, that one, which is 2 terabyte for 118.99. I think that's pretty much the best deal you're going to get. You're going to get decent speeds because it's USB 3.2. You're going to be restricted by the speed of the actual drive. It looks quite small actually as well. Tiny drive, big capacity, and a 3-year warranty. Happy days. So, you know, hammer the hell out of it for 2.5 years. And then you can download something like Crystal Disk Info, which will tell you the life of your drive and stuff like that. So you'll be able to tell if it gets towards the 3 years and you've hammered it really hard, just get in touch with Crucial and be like, look, it's about to break. Warranty. Thank you very much. So yeah, they do have a 4 terabyte, but it's a lot more expensive. You're actually quids in getting 2 terabytes, or you could get the 1 terabytes, but they're not in stock at the moment. And again, you could do 5 monthly payments of £23.80. Yeah, I know, it looks well small, doesn't it? Like looking at the picture, how big is that? They must have just literally taken a SATA SSD and just kind of chopped down the PCB, moved everything over, job done. May as well be a USB. Yeah, it does look tiny. I mean, some of the drives we use are quite small, sort of about half the size of an SSD, but that looks even smaller. I don't think that's a bad deal. If that works with our camera, I might have to buy one. We use a Blackmagic 6K camera, so we have to look at kind of what actually works with the firmware and stuff like that. So I might have to look into that. So we should have one of these coming soon, which I'm kind of looking forward to because it's going to make our thumbnail processing and production so much easier. Collapsible green screen, so it's Chroma. So anyone who knows how to use Photoshop, Affinity Photo, or any video editing software, you'll know how to chroma key stuff out. Green is the best color to basically do with it because it's the furthest color away from any other color. Blue is close to purple, which is close to red, which is, so green. And it's retractable, so it literally comes in this thing, you just pull it up, prop it up, do what you got to do, stand in front of it, make the typical YouTuber pose of all that, and then, get it into the software and do what you got to do. It's also great for video conferencing, so you can do very similar to what I've got here. You can see there's no background behind me, like NVIDIA Broadcast does, but same sort of thing. So yeah, not bad at all. Almost looks like a wireless headphone case. Yeah, it looks like the little AirPod sort of case, that SSD. But yeah, $109.99 on it at the moment, down from $150. I'd say it's more in line as to where it should be. It should have never really have been about 150 quid. They do a slightly bigger one, slightly wider, and I believe a little bit taller, but it actually comes down from the ceiling. So there is that. What else do we have? We have more headsets. There's loads of peripherals going on at the moment. So SteelSeries Arctis Pro, I've used it. Holy, insert swear word here. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Comes with a little game DAC. Certified high-res audio, which from what I remember, to get the high-res audio certification, you have to pay to get that award to be able to license it, to put it on your product. Absolutely amazing. Works on console, works on PC. The price on that is ridiculous. It's how are they even making money at that price? That is stupidly priced. 139 quid, down from 249. At 249, normally, with all these products today, I've been like, it should have never been that. That, all day long, it was worth like over 200 quid. Now, it's just ridiculous. If you're on the fence about a headset and you want something premium that feels premium, sounds premium, that is amazing. And anyone who's used it will know exactly what I'm talking about. And is at the lowest price it's ever been. What else do we have? Anyone after a router? That's not a bad price. $99.99 for a TP-Link AX5400 dual band gigabit Wi-Fi 6 router. Again, lowest price it's ever been. I haven't used TP-Link much, but I know lots of people who have and never really had any issues with it. They do have slightly slower ones for cheaper prices. So you got the AX1500 for $58.99, $64.99 for the 1800, $3,000 at $99.95, but you might as well just go for the 5400. But yeah, if you want to get on the bandwidth with Wi-Fi 6, maybe you've got one of the new motherboards that has Wi-Fi 6, happy days. It's not Wi-Fi 6E, it's Wi-Fi 6. But yeah, still going to get lightning fast speeds when transferring from device to device. And again, 5 monthly payments of 20 quid. I feel like I'm on QVC. Monitor, this is like the monitor, right? I belong to a load of Facebook groups, and the amount of times I see people with this in their setup. 49-inch Samsung Odyssey G9 1000R curved gaming monitor. 240 Hertz, 1 millisecond response time, 1440p Quad HD, G-Sync, QLED. It's got HDMI, DisplayPort, USB, the whole works. I mean, this is like, boom, it's huge. Absolutely huge, 49-inch. If you don't fancy the 240 Hertz, you can get the 120 Hertz for like 190 quid cheaper. But to be fair, if you're spending that sort of money, then yeah, you want to be getting this. This is the funny thing. They're not doing the 5 monthly payment thing on this. It's like, hold up, it's $1,000. How many people just have $1,000 to just lay down on a monitor? If you said, okay, 200 quid a month for a few months, happy days. So much easier. When is the GPU pricing going to calm down? 2023. That's what I'm hearing. We published a video, what, a week and a half ago? And it's not looking good. There's a shortage in so many areas. It's not just GPUs. There is a stock shortage of all sorts. The actual chips themselves, the silicon that they're made from. That's why if you wanted to buy a car right now, you're not going to get a brand new car until like March next year, at the earliest. It's the same. And you've got to remember, it's the same companies who are making these. So NVIDIA make all the processing power for cars and AI and stuff like that. They have the choice. Do we put it into GPUs? Do we put it into cars? Admittedly, they probably make more money from the cars, so put it into there. It's hell. Yeah, it has been rough. So, right, let's close some things down. So, what else do we have? I've been sent so many links from Connor, who finds all of our deals. I'm just going to pick out sort of ones that I think are good. See, I think that's too expensive. If you're looking for VR, I've recently got one. I mean, it's 649 quid for the HTC Vive Cosmos Elite VR headset. But I bought one of these on Amazon. I think I'm going to return it because it's just gone down by 50 quid. That's a cheeky one. So I'm going to rebuy this and return mine because I paid $299. I want my 50 quid back. I think that's a little bit cheeky. But yeah, you can see I ordered it on the 18th of November. 249 quid for the Oculus Quest 2. It's pretty decent. Like, my kids love it. It's a novel little thing. You can play games. I haven't tried Phasmophobia yet, but that's definitely on my to-do list to do. But yeah, 128 gig built in. You can do all the streaming through Steam and stuff as well. Yeah, I'm going to return mine or speak to Amazon and be like, "All right, I want 50 quid." So, because that's a little bit naughty, that is. Other than that, I'm just looking through. Is there anything else that anyone is potentially looking for? And I'll try and find a deal. There you go. It's another SSD. Drones Deep, if you're still watching. Samsung T7, £78.49. That's basically the next model up from the T5s that we use. I don't think it's much quicker or anything like that. I think it's got like Touch ID on these ones. Like a little thumbprint thing. Or is that the T10 or T8 or something? But either way, really, really good price on that. The deal is only on the red by the looks of it. But yeah, I'd definitely be looking at that. I'll be getting a Quest 2. We'll do boxing. Sounds good? Sounds good to me. So yeah, this is the lowest price this has ever been. It's a shame it doesn't work with my camera, otherwise I would use it. And okay, what's this? So direct everyone to click the store link to show any discount. So where's this? So Cyber Monday minus 20% on quality return products. Oh yeah, there is this as well. So if we go on here, this is all Amazon Warehouse, where there's 20% off everything on there. So definitely worth looking at that. There's a link for it. Not just tech, there's all sorts on here. There's like beard trimmers and things like that. I've actually got one of these window vacs. They're pretty decent for like cleaning your shower and stuff like that. There's all sorts on there. Like literally you could just go on here and you still got all the categories. So you can still look at electronics, toys, games, PC and video games. And you never know, you might find a deal on something that someone returned. Who knows? If I return my Quest 2, you might see it on there for an even cheaper price. So yeah, good budget laptop deal. What kind of budget are we talking? Wi-Fi and Bluetooth PCIe card. Let's have a look. There might be one in the warehouse. Let's have a look. So we've got a Zeus. None of these are in stock, so why are they even listing it? See a Zeus one. So AC68 dual band. It's not, I mean, do you need lightning fast speed? If not, you've got that. Let me search outside of warehouse. I've used this brand before. They're okay, but again, it's not going to be the fastest speeds ever. TP-Link AC1200. Was it Wi-Fi 6 that you needed? No, it doesn't say. I'd probably look at something like the TP-Link. Or if you just want to chance your luck, you could go for like one of the cheaper ones for like 20 quid. If you want a reputable brand, something that I've used similar to before, not this exact one, and it is Bluetooth 4.2. Whereas you may want Bluetooth 5.0, but I'd look at something like this. They're all very much of a muchness. So yeah, there's that. And with that, how long have we been going for now? Does it even say how long we've been live for? What is the time? Okay, we've been live for over an hour. So my throat is starting to hurt. Hopefully people have found some deals. If you're looking cheap as possible for a laptop, I would potentially, depend on the use that you have for it, maybe look at a Chromebook. They're going to be a lot cheaper. So 200 to 300 quid. I'd be looking at something like that. So yeah, that's kind of maybe where I'd be looking. If you want to go a little bit more expensive, then come away from the Chromebooks and look at something else. There are some really cheap, nasty ones out there, so just be careful with that. Again, Discord link should be in the description below, so definitely check that out. We can carry on this conversation and give you some indication as to what to buy, how to buy it, where to buy it, how to find the best deal, all that kind of stuff. We have got a video coming out very soon. We just need to film it, telling you how to buy a GPU. There are ways. We are compiling the list of how to do it at the moment, and we're going to give that all over to you guys so that you know exactly how to look, when to look, all that kind of stuff, so you can potentially grab a GPU for the price that you actually want to pay. Other than that, I'm pretty much done. So if you do want to support us, you can do so by pressing the join button below the stream. It basically helps us out. Or you can join over on patreon.com/eTeknix. You get behind the scenes content, exclusive giveaways. You get to watch videos early, all that kind of good stuff. We have a game night every 2 weeks. Next one is coming up on Saturday, where you get to play games against me and try and shoot me in CSGO. Yeah, it's going to be good times. Good stuff. This drink, I really shouldn't have drank it. Lucozade alert. It's like repeating on me now. But yeah, definitely check out Patreon and that. If you want to support us in other ways, you can buy stuff, physical stuff, like our merch. We have this, we have hats, we have thermoses with temperature readouts on the top, all that kind of wonderful stuff at store.eteknix.com. Thank you, Connor, for putting all the links in. And yeah, head on over to Discord. Really is the best server to be in. No toxicity, nothing. We're just one big happy family. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you did, you know exactly what to do. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Press the like button on your way out. It tells me that you like these live streams, and I will continue to carry on doing them in the future based on, yeah, how many likes and that we get. And yeah, hopefully everyone manages to find the deals that they're looking for. And I will see you in the next live stream, I guess. Cheers, everyone. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.